The baseline data conversation is meant to take place after you have had your initial SLO, after everyone in your team has tagged the SLO, and after Valerie or another assistant director has pulled the data. That person will let the team leader know that the data is ready in this link that will then be able to be utilized for this data conversation. So if I was a team leader, I would direct everybody to this page and have them open up the links to explore. I have a separate video that will show you each of those pages so you understand what is on each tab. So first, everybody's just investigating the overall tab and the teacher tab, and you're looking for percents of students with each score. And you're considering, does your action step need to change? Now remember, your action step was what you had written about here, your action steps that your team was implementing. Okay, so is there a need to change your action step for moving forward into September and October? Next, you're going to look at your subgroups like demographics and student flags. You're going to compare the percent of students who met in the subgroup and then compare that to a minimum of one subgroup. Okay, so we're really looking for you to investigate, are there any patterns or things that you can jump out that maybe is an aha or something to look a little bit more deeply into. Next, you're going to choose one idea to implement, specifically pinpoint that subgroup that you've noted. Is there something that you can do to pinpoint and help that subgroup to grow? Next, you're going to investigate the struggling students tabs. Again, identifying something that you might want to address as a team for the students who are not growing. It's really important that we're looking at the students who are not growing in the first and second list, and how can we help move the needle for those students. And lastly, we're going to investigate the struggling students tab. So look at those struggling students now who have NA or missing data. So that's the third list on the struggling students tab. Can we identify ways that we might be able to get an initial assessment for those students so we can have an initial data point for those students and put that initial data into IC under the tab? In order to remember these conversations throughout the year, it's really important that you fill in this part of the sheet so you recall what conversations you've had and what subgroups you've looked at, and if there was a change in your action steps. So maybe the person who takes minutes or the team leader or some other representative from the team can fill in these cells in order to recall the conversation.